from Internet Land. I'm Alfred, and I am going to introduce you to a very fine gentleman, that of the Reverend Donald Lewis. And he is the first priest and chancellor of the Correllian Tradition of Witchcraft.
You got that right. Congratulations.
He received his first degree initiation at only 13 years of age.
Yes.
Upon achieving your third degree at 16, was it? 17? When you became first priest.
1979.
So as you can see, what I'm doing right now is introducing two of these folks and tell you a little bit about them. And as far as being chancellor is concerned, you mentioned that being chancellor was something to drive the future of
yes.
paganism and Wicca, or particularly the next generation of that movement.
I would consider that to be an important part of the job, yes.
Because you said that if we do not have the next generation, if we don't have children, there is no future. Which is why a lot of groups tend to peter out, because
it's very true.
The future. But you also authored your fine series of degree books. Witch School, right?
Those would be the ones.
And those would be your... I would almost call it your tour de force so far.
Probably, yes.
Because would you agree that it actually helped to fully corroborate and really bring out the Correllian lessons to the public?
Yes, it created a systematized and definitive statement on the training of our clergy, which previously had been much more individual.
Okay, all right. Now, probably the last thing I'd like to bring up about you is your work as a psychic.
Yes.
And you said that your favorite divination to use, whether or not it can be described as a divination or not, would that be that of clairvoyance?
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, you know, ultimately I think all other forms of divination are basically powered by clairvoyance. And so when you have the ability to simply do it, you might as well.
Okay. So, and with the differences, I believe, would be when you're personally dealing with clairvoyance, you're speaking to your own spirit guides and to spirit directly. However, when you're working with a client, is it more of your guide speaking to their guides and vice versa? Something
to that effect. And when you're working with another person, there is a lesser degree of familiarity, which can actually be better depending upon the individual. One circumstance in which other forms of divination might be preferable is if you cannot distance yourself from your preconceived ideas. To be successful as a clairvoyant, you must be able to suspend all judgment, to not analyze or second-guess what you're getting, and to have no preconception about it, because only then can you really bring it through properly. And for many people, when they're working with themselves, they cannot do that. That's the origin of the idea that you should not read for yourself. However, when you can come to the point that you can keep your conscious mind out of it, then yes, you can read for yourself. But you must always remember that there is that possibility of warping the message.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And again, that was the Reverend Don Lewis, and thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.